Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anthony Mugalo, and today I want to talk to you about something called the cost of delay, the cost of waiting, that cost of inaction. Many are times when we don't know how much it is. But today, I'm going to show you exactly how much it costs for you to wait, for you to procrastinate. And I'm doing this video in full knowledge that at times we actually have very good reasons to wait. But numbers don't lie. As a matter of fact, numbers don't care whether you had a good reason not to make that move or not. Today is the last Friday of the month of February, meaning next week it is month 3 of the year 2026. There are things you wanted to do this year. There are things you wanted to do last year and you kept pushing them. But you have no idea how expensive it is for you to keep pushing. So on this video, I'll be showing you exactly what it means and how expensive it is for you to keep pushing things. Come with me as I show you exactly what it means. So we're going to handle 3 different cases for people between the ages of 20 and 50, looking at the time frames for when they invested and when they should have invested, just to see the difference in terms of years. So now person A is a Gen Z. This Gen Z is 25 years old and he is planning to retire at age 60. Yeah? So a 20-year-old Gen Z who's going to retire at age 60 60 years, meaning he has approximately 35 years to save whatever amount of money he needs to save. And for uniformity, let's work with 10,000 monthly and let this money earn an average of 9%. 9% is what many money market funds are giving at this particular point. And again, on average, this is what you'll get in a money market fund. And just to give it some good boost, we're going to use a compounding effect on the 10,000 monthly. So 10,000 in a year, this is 120,000. If you multiply this by 35 years, you realize this is going to take us to a whole 4.2 million Kenya shillings. But because compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, this money is going to fly, to grow, to yani ita balloon all the way to 26 million Kenya shillings. So this is a Gen Z who started throwing this money. Actually, it's not 20, it's 25 years. Started throwing money for 25 from when they were 25 years of age. For 35 years, 10,000 at 9% interest is going to retire with 26 million Kenya shillings. Take note that this is over 21 million in terms of profit. This is what it means, compound interest, as the eighth wonder of the world. Any person may grow times you what? Now, this is case 1. Case 2, let's assume Gen Z akiwa 25 years alifeel I'm still young to think about retirement. I'm still young to start saving for retirement. So let me wait a bit. Let me wait next year. Let me wait next year. They keep pushing next year to another next year to another next year. And now this person is 35 years of age. So a 35-year-old has about 25 years to get to 60 years. So what it means here, if they put in the same amount of money monthly, this will get us to 120,000 multiplied by 25 years. This one will take us to about 3 million. If you do this math, you'll realize this is going to take us to 3 million. Your 3 million will grow because compound interest, it doesn't care. Compound interest still remains the eighth wonder of the world. So it's going to take us to 10 million Kenya shillings by the time this millennial is retiring. Any better? So atakuwa make profit. The profit will be 7 million. Now, you can already see there's a whole difference of a whole. This guy is going to get 26 million. 10 years later, this guy is getting 10 million. Right, better? The cost of delay, starting early, is magical. So let's assume that this 35-year-old at this point amefikiria akaona, oh, I have a family, oh, I'm raising kids, oh, I'm going back to school, oh, whatever reasons. Akajipatia reasons zake safi kabisa. So akaenda, ikakuwa impossible kuanza kusave 10,000 each time. Akasema, let me push it to next year to another year, next year to another year. And lo and behold, he is now 45 years of age. So let's look at a 45-year-old akona taslim 15 years to get to 60. So you can only do this for 15 years, meaning if he does 10,000 shillings monthly in a year, that's 120,000. In 15 years, this will have taken us to a whole. I don't know whether I should just say a whole, because it's not a whole. It's very small money, but not very small. It's taking us to 3.5 million Kenya shillings. Now, if you look at this one, you'll realize, first and foremost, this is the total amount that he's going to get. His saving will be how much? His saving will be 1.8 million. So the profit he's making in this case is about 1.7 million Kenya shillings. I can tell you for sure, 3.5 million is not enough money for you to retire in any way. If this is your retirement money, your medical cover will deplete this in 10 years. Whatever is it that you're going to do with 3.5 million at retirement at age 60 is not enough. And lo and behold, if you do the mistake many Kenyans do, which is getting retirement money to build a retirement home, you will be asset rich and cash poor. And if there's one thing you need in retirement, if there's one thing you need when you're old, is cash flow. You need money because your body will be letting you down. Whether you like it or not, you'll be having more hospital visits. You will need food to eat. Your children, kwanza kuna last born ambaye maybe hajapata kazi, you need to be there for him or her, and many, many other stories. Now, let's assume that this 45-year-old alikaa akapiga hesabu zake, akakuwa na reasons zake mwafaka kabisa, niseme mwishichi. These reasons zikamconvince that let me push it to next year. Next year, go to another next year. Next year to another year and another year and another year. Lo and behold, this person is already 55 years old. So now, if a 55-year-old decide to save money for retirement, and of course, going to retire at 60, meaning this person only has 5 years left of active employment or whatever it is that they do. Now, if they do 10,000 monthly for 5 years, they will have saved 600,000 shillings. If this money earns compound interest of 9%, it means this person will retire with 733,000 Kenya shillings. This money is not enough for anything. I can tell you for sure, whether you like it or not, this money is not enough. And this is the cost of delay. Now, to even make it look, better and to bring the point home, if this 55-year-old wants to raise 26 million, he has to save this much on a monthly basis. Na sasa juu ni figa kubwa sana, itakuwa difficult bana hata nyinyi comprehend, na utahurumia huyu jamaa sana. Let's work with the with a 45-year-old. Now, If a 45-year-old today, I think this belongs to the silent generation. Huh? If a 45-year-old decides they want to get what the Gen Z got, the 26 million, by the time they get to 60 years of age, then it means keep throwing in a whooping 75,000 Kenya shillings each month for 15 years for him to end up with 26 million as retirement money. This is exactly what it means when you keep pushing financial commitment. When you keep telling yourself that you have a good reason why you're not investing this money. And I can tell you for free, you will tell yourself all these reasons. And they will sound very good in your mind. They will sound very good at that particular point. But 10 years down the line, it's never going to be the same. Another 10 years down the line, it's never going to be the same. As a matter of fact, you'd even better start at 25 with 5,000 or 3,000. And as things get better, you keep increasing this amount because time, you can never buy lost time. Once a day is gone, it's gone. Once a month is gone, it's gone. Once a year is gone, it's gone. And that is how expensive it is for you to keep pushing this commitment, especially money commitments, investment, savings. The more you push them, the harder it is for you to play catch up. We've seen this guy, for a 45-year-old to play catch up for only 20 years. And for a difference of 20 years, he needs to save 75,000. Unfortunately, many people cannot save this money because, according to Kenya Bureau of Statistics, very few people are actually earning 100,000 and above. And for you to save 75,000 on a monthly basis, it means you're making crazy, crazy money. And many people are not making crazy money in this country. That's the truth. So maybe you may ask, why am I talking about 26 million? Why is 26 million a good amount for you to retire? And this is it. Let's look at 26 million. What does 26 million mean? If today you retire with 26 million, now 26 million, if I get this money and I invest it for you in our fixed income fund, which has been potentially giving clients approximately 17% annually, then it means your 26 million can comfortably, without a lot of pressure, can comfortably meet a 4.42 million each and every year on passive income basis. This is passive income. You don't need to lift a finger. You don't need to talk to anyone nicely. You don't even need to you don't even need to do anything. This is money that is working for you. Money that is coming to where you are. I know right now you are probably working for money, which is a good thing. But how about if you turn it around and get money to work for you? This is exactly what it means when money is working for you. So assuming this Gen Z at age 60, and by then, he can retire a bit earlier and maybe get about 20 million. But now at age 60, if this is the money that he retires with, it means he gets to be paid 4.4 million shillings each and every year. Now, divide this by 12 months. If you divide this by 12 months, it means it's going to give you a whopping 368,333 shillings on a monthly basis. Very few people are being paid this amount of money as a salary for getting up every day, going to those offices, dealing with traffic, dealing with bosses who are just too bossy. Yani, unapambana na maisha, unapambana na kazi. Kazi ni ngumu lakini lazima ungangane. Ndio, of course, you get paid. Very few people are being paid this money on active basis. But 10,000 shillings on a monthly basis can actually get you to be paid this amount of money on a monthly basis for as long as your investment is still there. The point is, start today. You don't have to be very ready. You don't have to have a lot of money. Do it today to buy time, because time lost can never be recovered. It doesn't matter what you'll do. And if you try to recover time, you become this guy who is going to spend 75,000 each and every month for 15 years to catch up with someone who did 10,000 shillings every month to make 26 million. Ladies and gentlemen, numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Procrastination will take away that opportunity. Thank you.